What's up, you guys? Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. Today we came back from Sedona. We just went to go have some breakfast, me and my wife. And today I'm wearing a different hat because I lost mine while I was over there trying to record. Today we're gonna head to the shop to have my cousin Edwin finish that drawing on the wall. And I'm gonna go over some of the questions that you guys have been asking me on YouTube. They're really good questions, and I'm gonna try to answer as many as I can on this video, so stay tuned, and thank you guys for all the questions, definitely.
I know what you're doing.
Trying to get a refill? It's not a refill. Probably not a refill. It's not a refill, Edwin.
That's what I call it.
Making some natural remedies with eucalyptus. All right, so we got my cousin over here getting started on the wall, and I'm gonna go through some of the questions that you guys have asked recently about screen printing. So let's go over some of those real quick. I don't know if you guys can see the sunset from here, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. Ooh, see how I'm glowing red? Okay, so I'm gonna answer this question for SoCal Prince. He just started following me not too long ago on Instagram, and I'm not sure if you follow me on my YouTube page, but earlier you asked me how long do I take for my screens to dry. My darkroom's pretty dark, but this is the rack that I built, and this is where I sit my screens so they're spaced with enough space in between so the air can flow in and it helps them dry faster. And I also have a fan over here pointing at the rack, so when I turn it on, it helps them dry even faster. All right, so with that being said, I know it's dark in there because my cousin, he painted that room black. But yeah, so make sure that you have a rack. Don't just have them sitting on the floor unless you're just doing like 1 or 2 screens and you're getting started, then it's fine. But if you put a fan in front of them, it's gonna help them dry faster. So yeah, it shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, especially if you're in the air conditioning or in an air conditioning room. It should dry a lot faster than 30 minutes. And you can kind of tell when it's drying. It'll go from wet to like dry and dry and dry and dry. So if you just look at it, you'll notice. Also, if you're not 100% sure, you can touch the screen after like 25 minutes. And if it's not sticky and it's dry, you can just run your finger. It should be pretty dry and good to go. Don't let the emotions get in the way. My cousin said that he rubs the finger on it and he tastes the emotion. I don't recommend that you do that, but that's the way he does it. Okay, so we have another question, and this one comes from...
You will never taste hot water unless you decide to. Room temperature water, never. Buy one.
Okay, so this other question comes from Sean Brown, and he's asking me if it's convenient or if it's easier or faster to set up the way I do, which is laying down the Pellon on your board first, printing on the Pellon, putting tape over it, and then bringing every other screen to that first print to register your design. And the answer to that was yes, this is the most and fastest efficient way. I don't think I worded that correctly, but that's gonna be the best way to set up and the fastest, because you're setting everything up to something that's already printed, and you know, it's the Pellon is stuck to the board, so that's not going to move around, just like if it was a t-shirt. And if you try to put your vellum on here and tape your vellum, you know, if you glue it, obviously you're going to ruin it. And if you don't want to glue it to save it for the future, then you have chances of it to move around. So at the end of your setup, 2 or 3 screens might register, but the way I do it, they all register to 1, so you know that every single one it's going to be on point. and it's faster, it's better, it's easier. He also asked me, would I use paper if I run out of pelons? So I'm guessing that you don't have any pelons, that's what you were asking. But I wouldn't personally use any paper, especially if you're gluing it to your board, because it's going to be hard to take it off. Then you have to use new palette peel, so that's going to burn a lot of time, and you're trying to go as fast as you can. So I would recommend that you use a t-shirt instead, since you're already going to be printing on t-shirts. I'm sure that you have some laying around that you no longer need or want, so you can spray down your board or add some glue, use that as your test print, and go from there. So definitely pelons. All right, you guys, I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example of why I would not use the film to register my design. So let's say for this 2-color design, we already have the screens burnt. We don't, I'm just giving you guys an example. So what we would have to do is, first of all, you gotta figure out how low you printed your design on the screen. So you have to bring that down, kind of position the film close to where you burned your design on the screen. So that's already a hassle. Once you figure that out, you're gonna center it to the palette like you would if it was on the screen. Then you have to figure a way to tape your film to the board so it doesn't move at all. Then you have to bring down the first screen, register that to the film, bring down the second screen, register that to the film. Then you have to bring a t-shirt or a test print, print both of them, and for some reason they're off. Then you're gonna, I don't know, have to put tape over one of them and try to register again like you would if you did with the pelon in the first place. So I definitely don't recommend that. I know that a lot of the professional quote unquote videos, they kind of show you how to do it that way, but you just waste a lot of time. Do what I say what I do. All right, for some of you guys that are new to the channel or just started following me recently, I say this a lot. If you guys don't have a T-square, make sure you buy one, because this is gonna help you out more than any other tool that you have for screen printing. I don't know if this is like the perfect one, but it's worked for me for the past 3 years. This hasn't gotten wobbly, or the knots haven't become loose, the bolts haven't become loose. So I kind of drop it every now and then, still works fine. And it's a Artist Loft from Michael's. I got it for like 12 bucks. I noticed that some of the people following me, some of you guys already know how to do the graphics. You guys already know some of the steps, and you guys obviously are watching my channel to get more tips and learn more and get better at it. So for those who are already doing graphics, and I seen SoCal do some registration marks at the bottom of the design, I would say put them at the top. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the top, but that's just how I'm used to it. And it gives you a center mark and then a straight mark, so that you bring it down to the desired distance when you're burning it, and you know how far over to put it. Now when you're setting up and registering your design, you have these little bullets or registration marks, those circle marks. I don't know if you can see them. I know it's hard to tell, the reflection. But you know, you line up the registration mark and then these little circles, and it gets pretty damn close to registering your design almost perfectly every time. So if you don't have these, get them on all your designs. It's gonna make your life easier. And if you're not doing the artwork, just make sure you ask your graphic designer, show them this video and be like, hey, Vega told me to do this, so now I'm telling you, so hurry up, get it done. The only one other question that I had from you guys was, and I think it was also SoCal, was to set up a multiple color. Right now, at the time, I don't have anything to set up to show you guys exactly how to do it step by step. I know that I have done it in the past, and it's kind of hard to go back because I have so many videos and I named them all weirdly, so it's kind of hard to point which one I did on the multiple color setup. But in the future, when I do have one, I'm gonna make sure that I mention you on the video so that you know exactly what's going on and watch step by step on how to do it. I've done it from reclaiming the screen to coding, burning, and setting up. So if you can find it, that would be awesome. Let me know. If not, I'll make sure to make another one. And always remember to keep asking me questions, because I know that some of you guys are getting started and want to learn the steps for screen printing, and I'm here to help. So the more questions you guys ask, the more videos I can make and the better I get at explaining all this stuff to you guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. Like the video, share it with your friends if it helped you. If not, then just wait for the next one, I guess. I'm not sure if I ever got the chance to thank my homie Premier One from Houston, Texas for the printer that he gave me. I'm still waiting to get my computer, which is at home, and to get the program so I can print my own film. But that just got me a step closer. And then Christian showed up.
You gotta bleep that. Did you bleep that? I'm a bitch.
Say it out loud.
Beep.